All right. Greetings, everyone. Peace and blessings. Welcome to the Black Literacy Summit, our March to Literacy. My name is Imani Muhammad, and I am the founder of Y.O.U.th, co-founder of Books Not Bars. We'll talk much about that later, but we just want to make sure that we thank you all for joining us. And before we get started, we want to make sure that we take a moment to honor the land and honor where we sit. So I know we're in a virtual world, but where I am today is in Portland, Oregon. And so we want to acknowledge the land for this moment. So Multnomah County sits on an ancestral homelands of Multnomah, Cathlamet, Clackamas, Tualatin, and Malala, bands of the Chinook Wind, and many others who have made their homes along the Columbia River. We also honor the members of over 400 tribal communities who live in the Portland metro area. We also want to acknowledge the labor of the kidnapped and enslaved Africans who helped to build the wealth of this country. These acts of genocide and slavery were done by white settlers who had government support. Please take a moment to honor the people who continue to resist, survive despite the intentional and ongoing attempts to destroy them. So as we center ourselves today, welcome once again to the Black Literacy Summit, March to Literacy, hosted by Decoding Dyslexia of Oregon and Y.O.U.th, and a host of other sponsors that we will get to later. Again, my name is Imani Muhammad. I will introduce my co-host at this time.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us. My name is Paula Byrd. I am Decoding Dyslexia Oregon's Diversity and Equity Council co-chair. I am also the executive director of Y.O.U.th and the co-founder of Books Not Bars OR. Thank you all for being with us this morning. As we get started, we want to remind everyone of the code of conduct that was sent to you this morning. Please be respectful and adhere to that code of conduct. If you have any questions, because we have such a packed day, we're not really sure we're going to be able to get to all the questions, but please use the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. And as we go along throughout our day, we will record those questions to get answers to you. We would like to thank our sponsors, Jan Schubert and John Urang Family, University of Portland, Portland Public Schools for the interpretation services. Thank you to all of our interpreters for being here today. We would also like to thank all of the registrants who have made contributions to allow other folks who do not have the financial means to be here. So thank you to everyone that is in attendance.
So as we get started today, you're going to hear a lot of information around the problem. We're going to analyze a lot of problems that we see that is happening not only for the educational system, our families, our youth. You'll hear different methods and strategies on addressing those problems. But more importantly, what we want to discuss and talk about are the solutions. And so as you get so much knowledge today, so much information, please network, please connect with other folks, please continue to keep this going in the conversations outside of today. I will say, I think this is the first time that we have landed on a literacy summit in the city of Portland. I don't know about your cities and states, but this is very, very monumental for us. But not only that, bringing the alike minds and the panelists and all the people together, this is a powerhouse and this is a powerful day. So I want to just acknowledge that, and then again, just continue to network. We probably won't get to all the information and all the things because we have a lot of wonderful folks and experts as well. I do want to just center us a little bit, and then we'll get started with our presentations. And again, some of these statistics that I want to read off are a little dated, but again, they're powerful. So in 2009, the Children's Defense Fund came out with a report, and it showed that 90% of Black non-Latino fourth graders could not read at grade level. 84% of Black or non-Latino could not do math at grade level. And then we also learned that 3 in every 8 Black children are considered poor. And in one of our largest school districts in the city of Portland, PPS, they documented a couple years ago that 21% of Black students are proficient in reading. And when we're talking about the school to prison pipeline, again, when you have these effects and these numbers at the educational level, what's the path, right? What is the trajectory, and what is the outcome when children and adults are not literate, and so many factors cause that, right? So again, I wanted to ground us just with stats, but again, by the end of today, we hope that you will receive resources and tools and have the momentum and energy to make change happen in your city and state, but also as a collective and as a collaborative group that we can come together and move the needle on a lot of these disparities. So with that being said, you will see Ms. Paula and myself back and forth between tonight, or excuse me, throughout the day and in our individual groups. We will not be here tonight. I apologize, y'all. For some people on the East Coast, it may be nighttime. But anyways, you will see us, we'll tag team. If you need anything, just send us a message, a private message. And before I stop, I know I have to say this, the team that pulled this together, y'all, it is, I will say, virtual summits seem to be harder than in-person summits. The behind the scenes, so I won't name people, but it has taken a lot of work to get us here today. So if there's kinks, bear with us. We promise everything is recorded and you will get a copy of everything. So with that being said, thank you all. And Ms. Paula, let's roll with the show.